Charlotte Smith of Elon, and what a debut it was for the Phoenix in the CAA. 19 wins, tied for third in the CAA, plus you gave JMU all they could handle in the semifinals of the conference tourney and earned a WNIT berth. Have to be pretty proud of what your program accomplished first year in a new league.
Yeah, we're definitely extremely proud of what we accomplished last year. It was a great season for us, and it was just awesome to see a lot of our young players be contributors. So that was just like, wow, we have a great foundation for success in the future.
And what was your biggest transition going into a new conference last year? What was the biggest adjustment that you had to make as a coach?
I think the biggest adjustment was, adjusting to zone defense. There was a lot more zone defense in the CAA than the SoCon, and so we tried to ramp up our zone offense so that we could be a little more prepared this year.
Well, any coach's life will be made easier by a good point guard. You certainly have one. Essence Balcom, talk about what she was able to do. 5 assists per game, pretty good.
Yes, Essence brings tremendous speed to the game. We love to play a fast-breaking, up-tempo game, and so she's done a tremendous job in that off-season of increasing her basketball IQ and is playing extremely well. And she does a great job of getting everybody included in the offense.
And having 3 starters back has to be a reward for you. And the leadership, where has that come from? And the confidence after coming off of a 19-win season, how have those 3 starters embraced that and moved forward for another great season?
The great thing about leadership on our team is that it's come from a little bit of everywhere. I always tell our players, when you come in as a freshman, don't feel like you have to take a back seat because you are a freshman. Everybody has the capacity to lead. So, we've had great leadership coming from our freshman class, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. But a lot of that comes from Lauren Brown, who's been very vocal and just really great at galvanizing the troops.
About Lauren Brown's opportunity this offseason to go overseas with Athletes in Action to Poland. Second time you've had a player in your program do that here the last few years. That has to be really rewarding as a head coach. How did she enjoy that experience, and what does that mean to your program?
She said it was a life-changing experience, and that just makes you feel great as a coach to know that you've been part of something that has changed the life of a young lady. And she said, it was a great opportunity to meet other people and to understand the importance of why you play the game. And she came back with that audience of one, and that was something that was very special to her. And she said that would help me focus a lot more in this upcoming season on knowing, why I play the game.
And Jennifer Rhodes, the junior, off the bench last year for you. This year, what do you see her role as being for you?
Our starting lineup, we've not decided who's going to be in the starting lineup this year yet, because we have so many people that are capable of being starters. So she very well could be a starter this year, but she brings a great energy to the game. Jennifer Rhodes can guard anybody 1 through 5. She just does so many things for us that you don't anticipate or expect from a post player. But she's been playing really well in practice and is playing with a lot of confidence. So I'm very excited to see how this year pans out for her.
Well, you mentioned Rhodes, who averaged better than a block a game. So did Balea Johnson. What's that do for your defense to have that kind of rim protection?
That's a great intimidating force inside the paint. And, so it makes people second guess about coming in there. But at the same time, I'm telling them, I love the fact that you block shots, but I want to keep you in the game, so let's stay out of foul trouble.
And last year, for the first time, you made a WNIT postseason appearance at Elon. And the confidence from that, what would you say that has done for your team moving forward to the beginning of this year?
It gave us a lot of momentum in the offseason and a reason to stay humble and to stay hungry. And they've worked really, really hard in the offseason of preparing themselves for this upcoming season and realizing that, hey, we have an opportunity to do something special and something that has never been done in the history of the program as well. We're shooting for that NCAA tournament, so it's exciting.
Well, we've rattled off a bunch of names, but we missed a freshman who scored double figures last year. Shea Burnett really came on as the second half of the season kind of developed. What did you see from her game, and what are the expectations for her this year?
She's a tremendous player. She can play anywhere on the floor, 1 through 4, and she just brings a lot of excitement to the game, has great basketball IQ, and the kid can just flat out score. And she does a great job of making everyone else around her better. It's like when Shaylin Burnett has the ball in her hands, you have to be ready because she sees things happening well before they happen. So she's an exciting player to watch, and it's just her growth, her improvement in the offseason. I think it'll make for some exciting basketball in the CAA.
Now you have 3 non-conference games on the road at NC State, at South Carolina, and at West Virginia. Discuss how those challenges presented prior to conference play will help the team.
Well, ultimately, our goal is to be in the NCAA tournament, and those are teams that you will face. So it's like, why not face the Giants early? Then that way, if you're fortunate enough to participate in the NCAA tournament, then it's nothing new to you, and that you have a level of comfort knowing that you've competed against teams like that. So, our kids are always up for a challenge. They love a challenge, and it's not whether you win or lose, it's just I want to be challenged. And we feel like games like that will definitely help them become better players. And it takes a lot of momentum into the conference tournament knowing that, you face these great teams, so you have nothing to fear.
Well, it was certainly fun watching you come into this conference, not only compete, but have success, and a lot of it. Looking forward to another big year for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Elon head coach Charlotte Smith.